Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta Exchange. Markets are really very bad. So as I told you last week, the 24,000, which is a 50% Fibonacci retracement, so that is broken, and the final support will be 62.8% Fibonacci retracement. I think that is also broken. Then only 100% retracement. So that will take the Nifty to 21,700. So this is about Fibonacci retracement, but on ground level, things can change on a day-to-day basis. Uh, on Friday, the US markets, I told you the inflation data came as expected, but despite that, at the end of the day, the markets have fallen, and S&P 500 has fallen more than 1%, nearly 1.5% from day's high, mainly due to the weekend fear of the war. And over the weekend, US forces seems to have attacked Garg Island, a small island in Iran. But although it is a very small island, 90% of the crude oil of Iran is being shipped from that island. So therefore, that is very important. And already near Tehran, one oil facility was attacked by Israel, and then the news report came that Trump is not happy. That Trump is believing in fighting with Iran, but not touching their oil resources. Because any of their oil resources is attacked, then the panic may come into the oil market, the crude oil prices may shoot up. So that may result into a big problem for the entire world. But the Garg Island is a small island where 90% of the Iran's crude is being exported, but US forces did not touch the oil related infrastructure. So they just targeted only the military infrastructure. But by accident, we all know that a school was bombed in Iran, but I'm sure that is must be an accidental. So if accidentally, if some bombs hit the oil infrastructure, then things could go very bad. So that is a development in Iran, but there are no other positive or negative news. So the war doesn't seem to end very soon. And on the other hand, Iran released two ships sailing towards India. So that looks like a good diplomatic win for India. So, but I do not know how much the two ships of crude oil can help us, but at least this is something very positive. Earlier there was some report, so Iran is allowing only Chinese crude oil to pass through, but now I read somewhere that, so it is not correct. So India is the first country to receive the crude oil through Strait of Hormuz. So Iran's permission given for that. So if India continue to engage with Iran, so if they can get more ships, I think that there's another 30 ships are trapped near Hormuz, our Indian ships. So if they come, so at least there'll be some panic will be going down in India. And just 10 to 12 days of war, I think now it is 14-15 days of war. So we are already seeing the shortage of LPG. But if this continues another 10-15 days, then definitely there will be a shortage of petrol and diesel. And then if the war continues beyond that, so that's a very big question. War has been going on between Russia and Ukraine for the last 3 years, but nobody bothers. So that's because we are not affected by anyway by that war. But here the big problem is the Strait of Hormuz. And if oil supplies are coming and the war continuing, then there is no problem for us. But this oil is going to be a big problem. As I stated many times, The European and American markets are not affected much. Just like how Ukraine and Russia war is not affecting India, so the same way, this war will not be affecting those markets. But it's only Asia depending upon Iran crude from Strait of Hormuz. So therefore, Asian markets are going for a very, very big problem. And look at Larsen and Toubro. So it has already fallen more than 10% ever since the war broke out from the Middle East. And then on the last day, that is Friday, it's falling another 7.5%. So, now taking the fall to nearly 20%, 20-25%. So a stock like Larsen and Toubro falling 20-25% in a matter of 2 weeks, that too falling 7.5% on last day. So definitely going to create a big problem. And although they say they have some projects in the United Arab Emirates, but the companies which are operating in Dubai itself, like Dubai real estate companies, they also fell only 25 to 30% only. But L&T is having only a part of the business in United Arab Emirates or in the Middle East, not only United Arab Emirates, but the entire Middle East. And why that is falling 25%? So the markets are like seems to be overreacting, but I do not know when a market is going to recover. So anyway, so if these two ships are being released by Iran, if that gives any positive sentiment, the market slightly recover, then that is time to cut your long positions and then wait until the war is over or some clarity emerges, then re-enter, and or at least if you do not want to exit the long positions, and make sure that positions are completely hedged. So that is the only way. So otherwise, we do not know what turn this war will take. Right? And remember, Lehman Brothers collapse was a very big problem. And one day, Nifty went for a lower circuit, and then coronavirus was a big problem. And one day, Nifty went for a lower circuit. But if this Iran problem, no, nobody actually initially expected this kind of intensity of the war. But now, the way things are going, so who knows? One day Nifty might go for a lower circuit. And as I told you, like hope is the worst enemy for traders. So every time we hope that market will recover, market continue to fall. And Larsen and Toubro, even after falling, I think already more than 12-15% fall, and then another final day that it is falling 7.5%. Then we can't even say it's a final day, right? We don't know how much it has the potential to fall further next week. So I'm not scaring you, but I'm just telling you keep the hedges in place. So at least you know what is your maximum loss, and things are not going right right now there. So otherwise there is no point in looking at you know what is called as support and resistance. So it all depends upon the news outlook, and we do not know what news will come from now to tomorrow morning. And although Trump said, we will make sure that, Strait of Hormuz is open, but at least 4 5 days before also he said that, but after that he has not taken any action. And I remember 4 5 days before he said, we will escort the oil tankers. Our navy will escort. But then 4 5 days are over. Not even a single ship is being escorted by U.S. Navy. So things now second time, first time when he said these markets reacted positively, but second time when he said that, I don't think that Monday markets will be reacting positively even in US. So as long as there is some concrete action taken in Strait of Hormuz, the panic will continue. So hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.